Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samar News. Here are today's headlines. Pakistan has reached one of its largest ever defence export agreements, finalising a multi-billion-dollar deal to supply conventional military equipment to Libya's eastern-based Libyan National Army, a move that underscores Islamabad's push toward an export-driven, self-sustaining economy. According to 4 Pakistani officials, Pakistan will supply military equipment worth more than $4 billion to the LNA. The agreement was finalised after a meeting last week between Chief of Defence Forces and Chief of Army Staff, Field Marshal Asim Munir, and Saddam Khalifa Haftar, the Deputy Commander-in-Chief of the LNA in Benghazi. US President Donald Trump has reasserted that the United States needs Greenland for its national security and said a special envoy he appointed to the Arctic island would lead the charge. Trump named Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry on Sunday as his special envoy to Greenland, drawing renewed criticism from Denmark and Greenland over Washington's interest in the mineral-rich Arctic island. Trump has advocated for Greenland, a self-governing Danish territory, to become part of the United States, citing its strategic importance and mineral resources. Meanwhile, the US military has said that it has killed 1 person in a strike on a low-profile vessel suspected of carrying drugs in international waters in the eastern Pacific Ocean. The US Southern Command said on social media website X that the Joint Task Force Southern Spear conducted a lethal kinetic strike on a low-profile vessel operated by designated terrorist organizations in international waters. It added that no US military forces were harmed. A draft Pentagon report suggests that China is rapidly expanding its nuclear arsenal and has likely loaded more than 100 intercontinental ballistic missiles into newly built silo fields near its border with Mongolia. The report warns China is modernizing its nuclear forces faster than any other nuclear power and shows no willingness to engage in arms control talks with the United States or Russia, despite President Donald Trump recently suggesting possible denuclearization efforts. Beijing has rejected the findings, calling them an attempt to smear China and mislead the international community. The Trump administration is recalling nearly 30 US ambassadors and senior career diplomats as it moves to align overseas missions with its America First agenda. The State Department says the move is routine, but critics argue it risks weakening US influence abroad by sidelining experienced, non-partisan diplomats. The Trump administration has tripled the cash incentive for migrants who voluntarily leave the United States. The Department of Homeland Security says undocumented migrants who self-deport by year-end will receive $3,000 and a free flight home. Officials say the move is cheaper than forced deportations, as the administration prepares a wider immigration crackdown next year. Russia has hammered Ukraine with missiles and drones in a new air attack, killing at least 3 people, including a child, and triggering emergency power cuts across the country as Ukrainians gear up to celebrate Christmas. Prime Minister Yulia Sviridenko said Moscow's latest combined strike hit energy facilities in western regions the hardest and came days after another round of US-led peace talks to end the nearly 4-year-old war. Gold has touched a record high, coming within a whisker of breaching the key $4,500 per ounce level as investors flocked to the safe haven on US-Venezuela tensions, while silver also rallied to an all-time peak. Spot gold rose 0.9% to $4,486.55 per ounce after hitting a record $4,497.55 earlier in the session. US gold futures for February delivery gained 1.1% to $4,519.20. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samar.tv. Thank you for watching Samar News.